They can make it hard to buy. They can tax it heavily. They can shut down exchanges and put barriers everywhere, but they cannot kill the network. And they cannot stop you from holding your private keys and sending value to anyone, anywhere. This is a level of freedom that no government has ever faced before. In 1933, they could seize gold because gold is heavy. It is hard to hide. Bitcoin is weightless. Stop worrying about the ban. The government cannot beat Bitcoin. So they are doing the only thing they have left. They are joining it. Look at this chart behind me. It's scary, isn't it? Those red lines crashing down, that volatility that makes you wake up in the middle of the night to check your phone. It is designed to scare you. It is designed to shake you out. But today we are not here to talk about price. We are here to talk about ownership. We are here to talk about a historical truth that most people ignore or choose to forget. The truth is that gold, the king of safe haven assets, God's money, has a fatal flaw in 2026. The problem is not its value. The problem is its physical nature. If you can touch it, they can take it. Today I will take you on a journey between history and reality. I will show you why the safety you think you have with that bar of gold in the vault is an illusion, and why studying history is the only way to defeat the uncertainty and financial slavery we are living through. Bitcoin is not just a speculative asset, it is the evolution of freedom, and in 15 minutes you will understand exactly why. Let's go back in time. April 5th, 1933. America is on its knees. The Great Depression is devouring families' wealth. And what does the government do to save the situation? It issues Executive Order 6102. This is not a conspiracy theory. It is a historical fact. President Roosevelt orders all American citizens to hand over their gold. Coins, bars, certificates, everything. They had less than a month. By May 1st, you had to bring your wealth to the Federal Reserve. The price? $20.67 per ounce, and if you didn't, 10 years in prison, or $10,000 in fines, which at the time was an unthinkable fortune. Imagine the scene. You are a father. You have saved for years converting your work into gold coins to protect your children's future. You thought you were safe. You thought the gold was yours. But then a man in uniform arrives with a piece of paper signed by a politician and tells you that you are a criminal if you don't hand it all over. And the punchline. As soon as the government had taken all the citizens' gold, do you know what it did? It revalued the price of gold to $35 per ounce. They literally stole purchasing power from citizens' pockets and transferred it into the coffers of the state. They devalued the paper dollars they had just given you in exchange for your real gold. This is lesson number 1. Gold is physical. Gold is centralized in your homes or in banks. They know where it is. And if they don't know exactly where it is, they know you cannot move it easily. In 1933, confiscation worked because gold is heavy. You cannot escape with a ton of gold in your back pocket. But that was 1933, you say. Today it's 2026. We are free. That would never happen. Really? Try getting on a plane tomorrow. Try going through security with a kilo of gold in your suitcase. 1 kilo of gold at today's price is a huge amount of money. But it is small, the size of a smartphone. And yet, try not declaring it. Look at India. Between 2015 and 2020, they seized over 11,000 kilos of gold in airports. Thousands of people arrested. Why? Because they were trying to move their wealth across an invisible line on a map. But the state said no. There are duties. There are limits. There are forms to fill out. If you have gold, you are a slave to geography. You are a slave to the physical place where you happen to be. If a crisis breaks out, if there is a war, if you have to run, gold becomes a weight. Gold slows you down. Gold sets off metal detectors. Gold shines and attracts the attention of whoever has a bigger gun than you. In 2026, gold is no longer the ultimate safe haven. It is a static refuge. It works if you stay put. It works if the system allows you to keep it. But real monetary freedom requires mobility. It requires the ability to say no and walk away. And you cannot walk away if your wealth weighs 50 kilos. And this is where evolution comes in. Bitcoin is not digital gold. It is much more than that. Bitcoin is information. Bitcoin is weightless. Think about it. 12 words, 12 English words, which, collapse, practice, feed, shame, open, despair, creek, road, again, ice, least. If you memorize 12 words, you can cross any border in the world naked. You can walk past drug dogs, through metal detectors, in front of customs agents staring you in the eyes. They see a person with no luggage. but in your mind you are carrying the value of generations. You are carrying millions, billions, or even just a lifetime of savings to start over somewhere else. No one can confiscate what is in your mind. No one can hack your memory. This is the fundamental difference. Executive Order 6102 cannot be applied to Bitcoin if you hold your own keys. They cannot go door to door looking for something that does not exist in the physical world. They cannot weigh your head to see how many Bitcoin you have. This is absolute sovereignty. It is not just money. It is a personal defense weapon against arbitrary power. Gold protected you from debt. Bitcoin protects you from physical coercion. It is a paradigm shift humanity has never had before. For the first time in history, your wealth is truly yours, inseparable from your person, yet instantly transferable anywhere. So let's go back to that scary chart. Yes, the price goes up and down. Yes, the volatility is brutal. But ask yourself, what is the price of freedom? Volatility is the price you pay to hold an asset that cannot be diluted by a central bank and cannot be censored by a government. The safety of stable fiat prices is a lie. It is the stability of a candle slowly burning out. They lose value every year, guaranteed. The safety of gold is physical, but vulnerable to confiscation. When you study history, when you understand 1933, when you see what is happening at borders today, that chart stops being scary. You start to see it for what it is. The heartbeat of a living system that is absorbing the world's monetary energy. The real suffering is not seeing your portfolio drop 10% in a day. The real suffering is having your money in a bank and seeing it frozen because you supported the wrong political cause. The real suffering is having to flee your country and leave everything behind because it doesn't fit in a suitcase. To have but not be able to use, that is real poverty. Gold has been king for 5,000 years. It did its job. But the world has changed. The dangers have changed. In 2026, safety is not a thick wall. Safety is mobility. Safety is being weightless. Do not let ignorance turn you into a victim. Study. Understand the difference between owning a rock and owning an indestructible mathematical code. Freedom is not free. It requires responsibility. It requires holding your own keys. Subscribe to the channel because in the next episode we will answer the question that keeps people awake at night.